Okay, so this would probably be the first synchronizing car. And here above us, we have an airplane. I don't know if you can hear that. And today's plan is to do the snowblowing. I'm kind of tired. I was looking forward to doing the snowblowing, but it's not really that fun when I'm tired. But you know, oh well. 1, 2, 3, choke out. This is the best snowblower. Whoa. Okay, so hopefully you can hear me here. All right. So you can see there's a car pulled over in the parking lot across the street. I could kind of guess that's a gangstalker. It's a white bell truck. That'd probably be a gangstalker. But you never know. That could have just been a random car too. And it's looking like it's a pretty warm day. And here's a gangstalker. Okay, so I said that car's probably a gangstalker, but you never know. It actually is a gangstalker. So they're down there, they stopped down the street. The house that they're stopped by is the same house where a truck parks that almost caused a very dangerous accident with me once. While I was riding on my bike, he tried to hit me. And I just narrowly escaped it. And he's also pulled out of here. He's turned while I was turning. Like he was coming from this street and he was turning left, and I was coming from that street and I was turning left. So I had the right of way, but he turned left while I was turning to cut me off. And then we have the gang stalking neighbors out. I don't know if you saw them. They're in their porch area. I think that's her full-time job. It's just to be a human trafficker. So now we have this gang stalker coming back here. So my intuition was right. It looked a little too crazy to say, oh, a car's turning in on our street. Probably a gang stalker. But it was in fact a gang stalker. Tinted windows, missing hubcaps. Parked at the gang stalker house down the street. sometimes you doubt your own intuition. Because if you just say it, as you see it, it looks a little bit like you're just pointing out to every random car and saying, oh, that's a gang stalker, that's a gang stalker. But gang stalking is human trafficking. When you go to the store and there are 50 people following you, that's not surveillance. Now look, I don't know if the GoPro can pick up this far in the distance. A car is pulled over again at that same house. Whoa, what an awesome snowblower. I nicknamed that snowblower the Wolverine. This is probably a gang stalker here. You could tell also, it's not just the fact that someone's walking by. Those are bags that they use to sensitize. So I'll have people following me holding Walmart bags, holding dollar store bags. The dollar store is sort of out of walking distance. It's she has a Freshco bag, a grocery store bag, and a dollar store bag. The dollar store is pretty far away, and they frequently follow me with dollar store bags. So anyways, I don't know if you could see it, but there's this car pulled over on the side of the road at this gang stalker house over here. And I don't know if I told you earlier, but one time I was shoveling the sidewalk or snowblowing, and the neighbor, the gang stalking neighbor on the other side, not this one, but the one over there, he came out and he was waving to me, and I didn't wave back because he's a gang stalker. And I even have my suspicions that he's broken into our house while I was home. But I was downstairs, so I didn't have enough time, because I sort of stared at him, and well, he was like in his truck, and I think it kind of made him angry. And that was when I was first realizing what gang stalking is, like that I was being gang stalked. And then shortly after, I was laying in bed in the basement, and I heard someone. And this is like a couple hours after I stood on the sidewalk in front of his driveway while he was in his truck, and I just stared into his window, like into his windshield. And then like a couple hours later, when my mom wasn't home, someone walked very aggressively into our house for like 10 seconds. Like it sounded like a big man. Like I can tell kind of how my mom sounds when she walks. And this sounded like a big man, like someone like his size. So here we go. Here's these two gangstalkers over here coming out of the gangstalker house. I just wanted to document that. And so anyways, after he waved and I didn't wave to him, this is like a couple years later when I was snowblowing and he was shoveling, and or no, he was snowblowing too. And then he made his snowblower go up, like so that when he snowblowed his driveway, it shot a bunch of mud, like slush, up onto our screen on our bathroom window. So he's like waving friendly, and then he's spraying mud all over our window screen. And so now whenever I have a bath, there's mud all over our window screen, like because you can see the window from the bath. So anyways, there's the gang stalker. Oh wait, yeah, that guy was scratching his face as he drove by. Now that car would probably be a gang stalker too, because it's missing a hubcap. You could say like, if people have winter tires, then they're missing all 4 hubcaps, but he was only missing 1. And it's like, it's excessive to the point of unbelievability. The amount of excessive gang stalking is, I mean, you can go to the store and you'll have, it's not exaggeration, 50 people following you. And it's so much. If you don't understand the money laundering aspect, then it would never make sense. You'd think, well, I mean, if it's surveillance, why would you need 50 people to follow you? Well, it's not surveillance. It's human trafficking. And they're getting military money, defense budget money. They're justifying, they have secret criteria to justify putting people on the list. And it has to be secret because it's corrupt. And so they say we have X amount of people on the list, therefore we need X trillions of dollars budget money. You can't know who's on the list and you can't know why. No one has access to that. There's no due process allowed in the name of national security. Pretty maximum sick. They've legalized human trafficking.